Okay, today we're going to be working on the interior pieces, specifically this piece. This is the glove box door, and as you can see, it's got some issues here, cracks here and here, some discoloration also. And what we're going to try to do is use this JB Weld automotive adhesive and filler that says great for dashboards and trims. So we're going to actually give that a shot on this. Let's get started. So I'm going to use a Dremel tool and this 3/8 inch flap wheel to sand down these raised areas. And what I mean by raised, you can see that that this area here is higher than the rest. So what I think I'm going to do is sand them to where it is concave on both of these areas, put in some of this filler, and then prime and paint over this with the proper paint. So let's see how that works. Okay, I've got, it's now pretty flat and real thin, so there's a few little areas I'd like to address. So this will stop cracking. I'm going to drill a hole right with a very small drill bit right at the edge of these cracks. That'll prevent it from keep splitting. I'm going to do it there also. Okay, as you can see, I've got a little hole drilled at the end of each crack. I'm going to go ahead and sand this a little bit more. Okay, this JB Weld is interesting. I've never seen one like this before. So the directions, it comes with this auto mixer. So if you look inside of here, it automatically mixes the stuff up when you squeeze it out. And this says that you must dispose of this mixer after the use, but in the future you can manually mix it up. So that's interesting. So when I squeeze this out, let's see what it looks like here. Will it work? There it goes. You see how it's mixing itself? Very interesting. Alrighty, that's it. I have to let it dry now. So this says that it dries in 15 minutes, but cures in 30. So we're going to wait a few hours anyhow. So it is higher than than the flat surface, so I can sand it down. This also came in handy to inject it into the crack. So I really like that. It is a shame that it is only one use. I guess you could put air in there maybe and blow it out. Who knows? All right, once it is sanded down, I'm going to paint it with some of this SEM Color Coat Burgundy. This is pretty close to the original. I actually used it on this right here. So you see it is about as close as I'm going to get. So I am satisfied with that color. We will see what it turns out to be. Using it to repair that giant dash. Now the dash is going to take a little different approach. We're going to use some foam filler and probably some Bondo on that. All right, this is after about 3 hours, so I'm going to try to sand this as smooth as I can. I will probably not be able to replicate this little grain in here, but that's okay. I mean, you could probably spray this with a texture and then spray it, and that may, if you want texture on there, but I'm not really worried about that. Okay, different day, we're back working on it. So what I did was I took this wax and tar remover. This kind of degreases it. So I wiped it down really good. I do not want to get any paint in the latch. The latch still looks okay. So, you know, you're never going to get this surface 100%. So what I decided to do was I ordered this SEM part number 39853 texture coating that is made for top coating plastic parts, and it even says dashes right there. So we're going to top coat this, get some texture on it, and then we are going to paint it with this paint I showed you earlier, this color coat. Now, before I do any of that, I'm actually heating this up because it's kind of cold over here. This adhesion promoter. So I'm going to put this adhesion promoter, once this dries, I'll put the adhesion promoter on it. Then I will put the texture coating, and then I will put the paint. And let's see how it turns out. This adhesion promoter first. So just a couple light coats and let it dry for about 20 minutes. That's what we're going to do. Okay, the adhesion promoter has cured based on the time that it says on the can, and we're about to use this texture coating. And so I sprayed a little bit down here. It comes out kind of thick, so I've got to be careful because I don't want a thick texture on this. So let's see how this is going to work. I've already shaken this thing over a minute like it says. Let's see. Now I've got one coat of this texture stuff. You can still see a little bit of the repair here. You can't really see any here. I mean, I guess you can in the light, but all right, we're going to let this dry for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to give it another, just a slight coat, probably a little bit more in the areas that were repaired. Okay, this is my last coat of the texture stuff. It will dry flat, and it looks to me like we can barely see my repair there, and you can see it there, you know, with the reflection, but without the reflection, I don't think you're going to be able to see it too well. So, and then tomorrow I'm going to hit it with this burgundy, and we will see what she looks like. All right, it's been 24 hours since I've coated this with the texture, and so we are about to put this burgundy paint on it. Well, here's the finished product. Is it perfect? No, there's a little waviness right here. This part came out pretty good. You can't really see it. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I've got to do all the interior. And as you see, I'm in the process, another video on this dash coming up. So I hope this video helped you realize that you don't need to throw away your dash. Maybe if you don't mind a little flaws, you could probably get it acceptable. So y'all have a great weekend. Happy New Year.